Hope everybody enjoyed their couple days with friends and family. Um, Nothing really in terms of an opening statement other than we are excited to be here, excited to be back in the city of Houston, excited to be able to practice at U of H. If you haven't been to that new indoor facility, it is as good, if not better, than anywhere in the country. That thing is off the charts amazing, and hats off to Hunter Yurachek and Major Applewhite for finishing that thing really, really well. I mean, it is impressive. So we've had a lot of friendly faces, a lot of familiarity. We've got a lot of guys on our team from the Houston area, so it was nice for them to get done with practice yesterday and be able to spend the afternoon and evening with their families. And we are excited about the game tomorrow. Excited to be, representing the University of Texas in a bowl game once again. And we're going to have our hands full, though, with a really, really good Missouri team. Questions?
Usually coaches go to bowl games before this year. This is part of the recruiting process. A lot of that done. How much of a jump start is given your program?
Yeah, we needed to. We're this class had to be good, and it's not just good; it's great. And not only did we sign that many of the top players in the state of Texas, but a lot of these guys are coming in January. We'll have 9 early enrollees in whatever 2.5 weeks, and so to be able to have that extra 6 months on the rest of the freshman class really gets them hopefully prepared to play for us because we're going to need a bunch of these guys to do that. And again, it was monumentally important that we keep the best players in the state of Texas at the University of Texas. And we feel like we did that at an unprecedented rate, depending on which rankings you look at. But the thing I'm most proud of with that class is again, I keep stealing the line from Chris Peterson, our kind of guys. These are, I didn't have to worry about talking about depth charts and playing time and, any of the superfluous things that sometimes can get in the way of recruiting and really tarnish a kid's competitive spirit. These are kids that all want to come in and compete, and that's exciting.
Tom, a lot of the bowl games are which team really wants to be there. What indicators were you looking for from your team as the team that really wants to be there, and what step do you want this team to take in this game heading into the spring?
I mean, we hadn't been in a bowl game in 3 years, so if that doesn't excite you as a player, then you probably need to quit football and go do something else. Go join a club or something like that. But our guys, we have had some really, really spirited practices, and that's been really fun to watch. Especially some of these young guys, we got better. And I think we've had 17 practices, something like that. And, will it manifest itself in the game tomorrow? I hope. But if it doesn't, that doesn't mean that we didn't get better, because we did. This is a team, if you're an older guy on this team, you've had somewhere around 35 less practices than your opponents, your opponents in Norman, Oklahoma, or Stillwater, or Lubbock, or whatever. You've missed that, and that is crucial for the development of the student athlete. And I'm just excited that we had that opportunity. And then, I think winning this game will be important for us in terms of momentum. It's not life or death. but we sure as heck could use this to springboard us into the off season for 2018.
Tom, number one, do you expect Malik to play?
No,
No.
but I'm hoping for a miracle.
Okay. Big picture, here you are here at Houston, sitting at 6-6 of the Texas Bowl. If I could give you a few mulligans, as many as you wanted, what would be some of the things you would have done differently this year?
I don't know. I don't think, and I'm not. I mean, obviously, I thought about it there for a good few seconds, but I think the time for evaluation is after the season, and we've still got a game to play, and so you're always evaluating schematically. What can you do? What can't you do? How do you put your players in the best position to win? So that is ongoing, but I don't know that I don't know that I could give you a concrete answer without really diving into that's kind of self-evaluation that goes on in an off season.
Tom, over here to your left, sorry. Since the Texas Tech game, you've been dealt a lot of blows, injuries, suspensions, going pro. How do you think the team has handled that and kind of responded to the challenge of getting through each time something like that's happened?
Great. We don't blink. These are the guys that are still here and still playing. They're tough dudes, and they just it's just another day at the office, kind of, so to speak. But I mean, it's real. I mean, I feel for Tim Beck and our offensive staff. We have one tight end, one scholarship tight end that's not being redshirted. We have two running backs that have played in a game. We have, and so you're really limited in terms of what you can do from a personnel standpoint, and then the plays that you can call, and then God forbid, a guy gets hurt, and then it's like, okay, now we can go to plan B here real quick. But our team has responded at every turn, and I'm proud of them for that.
Coach up here. You've been with these guys for nearly a year now. What can you say you've learned about this team, some of the makeup, just the players, just what different things have you been able to glean in about a year's time?
That 3 straight losing seasons takes its toll on kids, really does. And it's difficult for them, especially when you deal with adversity. It can be a here we go again syndrome. So that has been an ongoing challenge of reestablishing the right way to handle adversity, and the right way to compete, and the right way to go about our daily business. But for the most part, I've learned also that these guys are hungry for that, and that they want to be great, and they want to compete. And so, but it's been a challenge to reprogram a lot of these guys.
Tom, the decision to start Shane Bichelle tomorrow, was there one main factor in that? And does that give him a leg up on the starting position for next year, or will it be a clean slate for all four?
Yeah, definitely a clean slate. I mean, neither of these quarterbacks have done anything so egregious that you would say that guy is behind the other one. But neither of them have done anything really to take the bull by the horns. And so I think the decision to start Shane is just, we didn't play well at that position in the last game, and probably to answer your question, maybe Brian, maybe one of the things to do different, probably should have played Shane a little bit more in that game. And so, he hasn't done a whole lot to lose our trust, nor has Sam. So I don't know that it's. I mean, I guess it is externally when you guys look. I mean, who takes the first snap? Great. I mean, it's who takes the last snap, and who's because Sam's going to play, and so we'll figure out who's playing better and who's in a rhythm, who's seeing the defense better and playing the game better, and ride that guy for as long as we can.
Tom, you said that this team has gotten better during fall practices. What do you want to see on the field? You said even if you don't win, it doesn't mean you haven't gotten better. What do you want to see from them tomorrow in the game? And are you going to be playing more younger guys, not necessarily turning redshirt, just playing more guys that haven't gotten as many reps during the season?
No, I don't think you'll see any new faces out there. I think again, as long as we're playing hard and playing physical, and we had a reaffirmation of we got reacquainted with the quote that's around our building in a bunch of different spots, which is the pride in winning tradition of the Texas Longhorns will not be entrusted to the weak nor the timid. And you can't play timid. And if we go out and we play with our hair on fire, figuratively, of course, if we play with our hair on fire and we're flying around and we're hitting people and we're playing aggressively, then I think hopefully the result will bear that, will be positive based on that level of play, but that'll be key for me is in how we handle adversity. I mean, this is a really good Missouri team, one that they're averaging 52 points a game in the last 6 games on a 6-game win streak. They finished 13th in the country in tackles for loss, top 25 in sacks on defense too. So there's going to be some adversity in this game, and how we respond to it, I think, will be a big key for to judge our development.
Tom, relating to that Missouri team, how do some of the absences your team is going to be dealing with affect matchups for this game?
Not good. When you lose your starting safety and starting corner for a team and a quarterback that led the country in touchdown passes, that's we're going to have our hands full on defense, and then offensively, the strength of their team is their front defensively, and we've got to grow up in a hurry there. I feel good about where we're at from a personnel standpoint. Derek Kerstedter's still a true freshman, but he got better over the bowl preparation. Elijah Rodriguez will start at left tackle, and he's had a really good session of practices. So I feel as good about that group as I have all season, and so now we gotta go do it.
Hey, Coach. Oh wow. Hi. Specifically with Missouri quarterback Drew Lock, when you watch film, what do you see?
Touchdowns. No, I see a guy that is comfortable in the offense. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's getting the ball out of his hands quickly and accurately. But I also see guys supporting cast that are making plays for him too. And that is a very, very talented receiving core that they have, and obviously you got to get the ball to him, and he does a great job of that. But they're also helping him out quite a bit too.
Tom, is the plan still to run PJ and Deshaun's spot, and how has he looked in these practices?
I'm sorry.
Is the plan still to run PJ and Deshaun's safety spot, and how has he looked in practices?
Correct. Yeah, PJ will play the boundary safety, and Antoine will stay at nickel. PJ's looked great, especially as we started to install the game plan, if you will, for Missouri. Early in bowl prep, it's a whole lot of just scrimmaging, not worrying about who you're playing, because you get worn down if you're running the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah, PJ's look great. I'm excited to see. I mean, he's a captain. We have been. You think about just from a leadership standpoint, we've had one captain play in every game, and that's Poona Ford, I believe. And we got 5 of them, and Andrew Beck hasn't played all year. PJ was out, significant time. Connor, obviously missed a ton of time. Nashon's actually I think he's played in every game, but that's been a leadership void too. That it's been nice to have him back.